digging potatoes. She hurt her shoulder digging potatoes.
But how does that work?
Well, I don't know. It's you can like it's all down low, and you're kind of looking for the potato. Have you ever dug potatoes?
No.
Yeah, it's like it's all under the ground, so you're kind of like you should, and you got to be careful not to cut them. So you're kind of like shoving around there gently, and
Oh.
you could do a shoulder. I think she did a shoulder injury.
And was this Debbie?
Yeah, she's in New
Oh,
Brunswick. She's got a big place apparently with a big old house. Her wood stove, her kitchen stove is still a wood stove.
oh my. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was funny. She was sitting in front of it playing one night, and I was like, and it was the same stove. It was called a modern Alaska stove, I think. I might be wrong. It looked like it anyway. And we had one because it was my mom's stove when she was growing up. It was a coal stove, right?
Okay.
Also could be used for wood. And so it was outside for the longest time, and I thought it was the coolest thing. It had the things that you take off, the burners that you take off, and had the warming side. We didn't use it or anything; it was just decoration. But here, Debbie's sitting in front of it playing the fiddle. I'm like, "Is that your actual stove?" She's like, "Yep." And it was like, "So you mean you got to start a fire in the morning?" She said, "Husband does it."
Well, she gets brownie points, I'm sure.
That's right. That's right. It's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
Okay,
I'll
so
mute myself.
sure. Now let me play it while you're looking at it there, Astrid. Okay, and this will be good for everybody else too because it's been a while. It's been a good couple of weeks now, so it's just be like a review anyway. So it's a very very simple tune. It's got two phrases, and the second phrase and the last phrase are a little different, but the first phrase and the third are exactly the same. Now I'll play it and you'll see what I'm talking about. You see how that works? Really, really simple. So let's just try playing. Let's first, I always like to take the first phrase and play it 3 or 4 times. So let's do that. So that's C to the E, and there's two E's. Just that much. Get really used to it. One, two, three, go. Okay, let's do that again. Ready, two, three, go. One more time. Ready, go. Okay, good. So then this second phrase, this is the pickup. And then we got. Now, if you look at that last bar on that line, you see all those B's? There's 4 B's in that bar. Yeah. So it's kind of ornamental, right? You're playing the note above, and the note below, and the note. You know, it got kind of like a roll, except in the melody. Okay. So again, very simple idea. Let's do that again. Those second 2 bars. E to the C. Ready, go. Let's do that again. Ready, go. Okay, good. Now, the second ending is very similar. It just goes right to the A. See that? That's the third and fourth bar on the second line there. Okay, let's give that a try. So the third and fourth bar on the second line. Ready, E to C. do that once more. Ready, go. Yeah, and that ending comes up again in the second part. The same ending. It's a twofer. It's great. So let's try that A part now and see if it works. Ready, go. Okay, and then the C and the D at the end there are pickup notes for the next part. Okay, so you think you're getting that? You're still muted. You're getting it? Yeah, okay. Let's do it a couple times. Ready, go. One more try, just to be sure. Ready, go. Okay, looking good, looking really good. So now, we've got the pickup notes, which are a C and a D, and then we got all these E's. See that? Most of the bar is E, but one C in there. And then we got F to the A, and then we got all this that we already know. Didn't see that? That's from the first part. And then we got E's to the C's again, F to the A's again, and then the ending that we already know. So we basically already know it. So you don't even have to play it. Okay, let's try this second part. 3 E's. First one's long. Ready, go. That's straightforward, eh? Yeah. Let's grind it a few times. Let's do it a 3 or 4 times, something like that. Make sure it's all in there. Second part. Ready, go. One more time. Okay, any problems or questions or weird things or not a fan of Scottish music? Oh, one thing at the end to go back into the second part, you see how they have a B pickup note there at the end of the B part? That's really to go back into the A part again. If you were to go back into the part again, you just scale up from C, kind of like in the bar above. See what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I would do there. Okay, cool. Well, we'll try the whole thing, shall we? All right. Here we go. Ready, go. Let's do it all again. Breather. All right, how's that feeling?
Yeah, I'm getting it. I think I'm looking at the bowing and does it work that on every bar there's a down bow on the first beat?
Pretty well. Not quite. And jigs are like that. It's not always a down bow on the first beat.
Okay.
Because with jigs, your downity is supposed to be the same as your uppity, like so it shouldn't really matter. But with this particular tune, it's going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, and then but you could do an up, up. Now in jigs, that's how you turn your bow around. So you see, for instance, in the second bar, the A to the F.
Okay.
Let me see what I would do. F to the A, that's where I would slur it. I would do an up bow slur, F to the A in the second bar.
And so an upward slur. So in other words, those two notes are on
One bow.
downward bow?
Up bow.
Up bow. Okay.
Up slur. Let me just see here. Yeah, it definitely works. And then in the second part, And you would do that both times. Now, the other thing is that it would be really cool for you to do this slur here. So
What
you
bar
see
is that?
that's going from the B on the end of the second line to the C. And you're going to do that. It's going to end up being, let me see. A down bow.
So the B is a down bow?
The
And then,
B and the C in the next bar are going to be in the same down bow.
okay.
And then you can do exactly the same bowing again as you just finished doing in the first line,
Okay.
which is always good. Now, you see, there's no rules with bowing when it comes to traditional music. Like, it's, people bow it all different ways. That's why bowings are never written in. But when you bow phrases the same way every time you come across them, makes you sound stronger.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do keep that in mind, and that would do a really good job of that. In the second part, you're gonna do a slur. The F to the A, you're gonna do an up bow slur, and that would be a very common one. Most people do there. And then also in the next bar, the E to the C, you would do as well.
Oh, okay.
And you might be noticing that you're only really slurring things where there's a long note followed by a short note, right?
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of where you start off with Jake's. And then you can do exactly the same pattern in the next line. Let me just make sure. Yeah, pretty well. We can do that same. So let me see here. Now you're going to have to turn around a bit so you don't do the slur. Let me see. You don't do the F to the A slur on the second line because you're going to be going the right direction for it. I got to start at the top of it. Yeah, actually, in the second line, the only slur you're going to end up doing is second last bar E to the C.
Okay.
And we'll see if that works out. Should.
Okay, so are you telling me that on the second and the third bar, there's no up bow slurs? Or
Yeah, I think so.
there still is? Okay.
Yeah, the first and second bar of the last line is just straight bowing.
Okay.
It's just all like it's not the only way to bow it. There's lots of ways to bow it, but this would definitely get you through. And I know what you're going for with that bowing, and it's a very common thing. This kind of long note followed by the short note in one bow, very common thing. You might as well get used to.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, do you want to try playing it for me? Don't worry about the bowing. Like the other thing is with those slurs. It's nice and it's good, but you can also play the whole tune without one slur, and it would still work. Watch. See that?
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything to the feel. It's just a little cooler when you got those slurs in there. It feels a little cooler.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So if you get frustrated, just go back to downy uppy.
Okay.
Okay. Now give it a go for me. See how it sounds.
You want me to play it?
Yeah. I know it already.
Okay.
I say. Yeah, that sounds really good. Good intonation.
Oh, good.
Yeah. That's great.
Good, thank you.
Have to.
Um, yeah, I know I'm struggling with the new bowing, and I'm just so
Yeah.
used to that. I've taught myself to learn um just doing a down bow on the first beat, but I'm gonna work on this the way we discussed it. So
Yeah, those are now. I want you to make sure that you still have down bow downbeat in your mind, because even with this bowing, most of the downbeats are down bows.
okay.
Okay. The thing is with jigs is that you got two downbeats per measure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means that you can't have down bows for both,
Right. Because it's an
right?
odd number.
That's
Yeah.
why you're supposed to get good at your uppity. So here's your downity, and then your uppity. See that?
Yeah.
That's what with a jig, that's what you have to do. So you kind of have to get good at putting that emphasis on the up bow at least half the time. However, the phrase should always start down if possible. You know what I mean? You still have this down bow, downbeat kind of feeling. It's just that
Mhm.
you're kind of see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so don't worry too much. And with the bowing, I always suggest you do one thing. If you can get one thing in every time you come around, then you'll probably get another one the next time.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay? Anyway,
Yeah.
let's give it a try. Let's take the grinder to it, do it a few times here.
All right. I'll just mute.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I just lost it. Sorry about that. 1 second. 100 pipers. So many. Imagine that. That would be a cacophony of noise. And I'm talking about when they're just talking.
Oh, man, I'm not going on mute.
Oh, I can mute you.
All right.
There we go. Okay. We'll pick up the pace just a tiny bit. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Last time. Awesome. How'd all that go?
Well, I was just a little tired because not used to playing this bowing and holding and thinking all at the same time for a length
Yeah.
of time, you know. So when I practice, I just break it up and then I rest and I think about it or do whatever, and then I get back to it and then I rest, you know.
Yeah.
So you know what that I'm and I understand when you go to a K League, you know, everybody's just playing and playing and playing, and before you know it, 2 hours have gone by, and it's unbelievable that nobody gets tired.
Well, you make a really good point. And the little fella I was teaching right before you, Liam, he's 12, and his mission this week is to play. He's got, let me see, he's got Cash Jig, and he's got Mountain Road, and he's got Oh Susanna, and
Wow.
one other tune, which is escaping me right now. But anyway, so he's playing these. Oh yeah, Carrie Polka. So he's playing these tunes, and his mission this week, he came over, and I had him at camp all last week, right up at Algomatrat. I was teaching up there with
Wow. Yes.
with a group of others, and so this week when he came, I was like, okay, Liam, you have 4 or 5 tunes. Now it's your mission to first of all play each one of them without any breaks.
Oh, the poor kid.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's up for it. He's really into it, which is great. I would just love. Uh,
Oh,
and then the other thing I said is you have to be able to play one of them, and we chose Kerry Polka because he's having the most success. Have to play it twice
wow. Wow.
because we never play a tune once in our music. And I got to be honest, I've been teaching for almost 20 years, and it's only in the last, I would say, 8 years or so that I realized how useless it is to make people play me a tune once and then put the fiddle down, because
Oh,
you never do that. You always play them, at least in the Cape Breton tradition, twice each, and in the Irish and the Irish tradition, 3, 4, sometimes 5 times each.
really?
Oh
Wow.
yeah, if the groove
Wow.
is good and it's feeling good, they'll keep her going for a good 4 or 5 times
Wow. I
while somebody's thinking of something else just to go into. And then the other thing is, so for most students that I teach, we stick with twice, or 3 times if they're really into it, but twice is plenty. And twice is what you're going to run into lots as well, right?
okay.
Or
So,
3 times.
but that's kind of like 4 times really when you do the repeats, the first repeat, and then the second, and then you go back, and then you go and do the second one again. So, and sometimes you make us go faster after we've done all that, and that takes a lot of energy, I think.
It does. Now, you're right about the math. I mean, it's amazing how much repetition there is. Now, the repetition gets less noticeable when you're going faster, right? When you're
Yeah.
going slow, it's kind of like you're in the middle of the same phrase you have just played 4 times. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Whereas when you're going faster, they kind of flit by a little bit better.
Yeah.
And it's more like a sentence rather than listening to somebody spell out a word.
I
And
see.
then the other thing is that they put them together into sets, and we've done a little bit of that. I think we have like one set, and so you take 2 or 3 tunes, and in the Cape Breton more 4 or 5 tunes, and put them together to make a nice medley.
I see.
And that takes to play the whole medley usually takes between 3.5 to 5 minutes or so. Sometimes 5.5 or 6 minutes if it's a long set. So it's kind
Six
of like a jazz
tunes in
tune.
5 minutes. Six
Yeah,
tunes,
three,
you're saying?
three, no, 3 tunes or
Three tunes.
5 tunes.
Okay,
It typically takes a minute to play through a tune at regular speed.
I see. Okay. Wow.
And it's kind of like jazz. I mean, I'm sure you're used to that with the jazz, right? They go
Yeah,
on.
yeah, you
I
keep,
remember them going on for 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 minutes
yeah, on one song,
on one song. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you got to
yeah,
get used to, as a drummer, you have to get used to just holding it down and waiting for everybody. And then you get the saxophone player gets up. He's been working up a great solo all night, and he gets up, and it just sucks. and you wait for it to be done. Like, oh God, you know.
For you.
Well, you got to do that too. Aren't you
Well,
on the
oh
piano?
yeah, no, it's something like that. It's very similar. People just do whatever they want, and it takes a while to figure it all out.
Yeah, and you're thinking, how am I going to make this sound good?
Yeah, or different.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
changes
So
all the
yeah, so
time.
the endurance is part of what you learn with this stuff, right? The
Yeah,
the ability to do that because like there's not many types of music. Maybe bebop. That's what I always say. Maybe bebop is similar where you're firing off eighth notes at 120 beats a minute. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's like automatic gunfire. It's crazy. There's not many types of music that do that.
no, and that's probably what you've played all varieties, I'm sure, in your career.
Well, not on the fiddle. I mean, on the fiddle, I played pretty well just the Scottish and the Irish. A few different folk genres, but that's it. I haven't played jazz on the fiddle or anything like that.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to do as well, just to try playing a little melody while everybody else is doing whatever they do. And I listened to the radio, and I just tried to see if I could get the key anyways, and then
Yeah,
the notes. So I tried it, and I just make them long notes, like
yeah,
quarter notes. I sorry, whole notes, and then by that time I've got it figured out where it's going to go, or and then but it's fun, but it's work, and
uh,
I like it because then I start thinking in my ear, or I want to train my ear to
yeah.
listen to the notes and get it down. See, I'm a fantastic sight reader. I can just you give me some music and I can just play it just like that.
Me
But
too. And it's a bit of a curse, actually.
yes, it is. And that's why I'm trying to do what I just told you I'm trying to do. And I was hoping that playing the fiddle that I'll be able to, well, we talked about this last time. You said to understand the phrasing and the
Yeah.
tunes, and I get it. And I was kind of working on that this week because it's important not just to play the notes, but I have to get to a certain level before I can start doing that. And I think I can hear the notes a little bit better when I don't look at them, or I
Oh,
don't
Jeff, I would say for you, I would have no doubt that that's true.
yeah, yeah. So it's coming along.
Yeah, I can tell
Time.
because of your intonation. That's what tells me that like you're not. So many people when they first start, they struggle with that, and it makes it so hard because you might be able to hear the phrase going by, but if you're playing it really out of tune, you can't hear it. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And so somebody with a decent ear that's trying to play, they don't have that aspect of that makes it really hard, frustrating for them. So I can hear that you're doing that just by that. You
I
know what I
see. Isn't
mean?
that interesting? Yeah,
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 which is really cool. I think you're a step ahead of the game. But
yeah.
let's take a look now at the other tune, Road to Listonvorna.
Okay, that sounds great.
Road to Listonvorna. It's a place in Ireland.
Oh,
I've been there a few times. It's a small place. They're all small places, though. Even Dublin's not that big. The whole of Ireland has like 500 or 5 million people. So it's kind of like Toronto, 5 or 6 million people.
yeah. I've been to Ireland, but on a coach tour with
Yeah,
my husband, and it was fun because we got to see everything. But
yeah.
now I'd like to go back and just stay in Kerry, or stay, look at those I don't know, those beautiful properties that are just all over the place. It's just so
I
serene and quiet
recommend a
and
place
clean.
if you were thinking about going to Kerry or Cork. I mean, those are the southern bits of Ireland.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a place in Cork called the Baltimore Fiddle Fair. It's in Baltimore. Baltimore is the very southern tip of Ireland.
Oh,
You
okay,
can't get
okay.
any more south. The next stop is Shorkin Island, which is an island. We played there too. And it was kind of funny because there's one pub on the island. We show up on this boat, me and Dad and my brother, and we get off the boat. We get into the pub. Everybody in the pub has the guy that drove us there on the boat had the big thyroid eyes, the big poppy eyes.
Oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I know that.
And then we
Yeah,
get to the pub and we walk in. Everybody in the pub has the same eyes.
the same family. Oh, what an
But if you like
opportunity.
those sites and those properties, like Cork is absolutely gorgeous. It's the coastline is amazing,
Yeah,
but there's also a castle that they've completely restored that they have
yeah.
concerts in. that I played a concert in.
Oh my.
They
Right.
have something called the Baltimore Fiddle Fair, which is in the end of May, and it happens there in this little place. It's gorgeous. It's picturesque. The
Wow, what an
and
opportunity. Yeah.
it's a festival that Irish musicians go to just for fun. So the
Wow.
last time I was there, half of them were on the stage, half of them were in the audience. But
Oh wow,
for a
that
real
must have been an
taste,
experience to
it's a
not
great
forget.
spot. Yeah, it's a really great spot. Now, let me play this tune and let's see if you can get it without looking at it.
Ooh, that would be a challenge.
Now,
What's
here,
the key?
first of all, I'll play it while you're looking at it. Okay.
Okay.
But then we'll see if we can get it without, because this is a really easy tune with a lot of repetition. I'll do it one more. You got the idea?
Wow.
It's really basic, right? It just does, in the first part, it just does kind of an E minor thing, with a little bit of a scale, and then a D major thing. See that? And then back to the same exact E minor thing, and then just kind of a scaly way down, and that's it.
Hmm.
Now, let me play the first bar for you and see if you can get it without reading it. Good, let's do that again.
Okay.
It's a C sharp. It's a weird. It's yeah. It's C. It's E minor with a C sharp and an F sharp. It doesn't really make sense. Yeah, that's it. Now we'll add a little A pickup, and we'll do the next part that starts on an F. It's F to the A.
That what it
I'll do
was?
it again. I'll do it again. So F A A.
Making it up now.
It's okay. That's part of it. See that? That's F A A B A kind of. And then scale uppy down from the D. Yeah, so that whole phrase sounds like F A
We're starting on what note? F sharp?
A.
F?
F A A. Yeah, okay, very close, very close.
Wow.
So close. You're like 2 notes off. So I'm gonna give you a little hint. We got F to the A, B A. So that's the one there. Try that. And then D, up we go. Back down.
Oh.
Yeah, so yes. D,
Forgot the rest.
E,
Oh,
E,
well. Okay, E.
D, no, D. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Very good, very good.
I'm
And then we
getting
get
there.
the first phrase again.
Wasn't that a double?
E to the B.
Sorry.
One to the one. One.
Oh, E.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah. Short memory loss. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're doing great. You're doing really good. Let's go over that again. Even if we get this first part, I think it's all going to snap together for you. Okay?
Okay.
And also, the old Irish people have this expression. If you can sing a tune in your head, you can play it on your instrument, even if you haven't tried to yet.
Okay. Yeah,
And I love that because it really is true. So I'm going to play that first line, and you're going to listen to it and try kind of singing along with me, okay?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it starts with the fifth, right? E to B.
Yeah. Okay. E. Okay.
Yeah, so let me play it. Okay, E to
Those
B.
intervals, they're so.
There's nothing big here. The biggest one you're going to look at is the third.
Sorry, Dan.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Watch my hand too.
Okay.
E to the B. Up we go. D2, that's the F to the A. D up and down. And then D2. Oh, 2. F.
Oh.
F. A. Yes, very good. That was
Okay.
2 notes off.
Off.
2 notes off. That's very good. You hearing that now?
Yeah. It's
And the only 2 notes that you're not getting, and I always say, I was saying this to the class I taught at the camp. It was the 4th level class, and they learned like 7 tunes.
oh.
4 days, right? They really got along fast. But I was saying to them, there's always a note that won't go in or a note that won't come out. So a note that you can't seem to play that you should be playing, or a note that you can't seem to stop playing when you're learning a tune.
Yeah.
And for you, it's consistently this B. So let me play the whole phrase and I'll point out the B that you're missing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Give it a try. E to the B.
Not
Now
gonna do.
the other problem is that you're a jazz musician, so you're just going to solo your way through this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I've
make
done
it all
that.
up as I go along, okay?
I've done that. I
I
remember
always
when I
got
was
away, I can
playing.
get away with it.
Yes, I was playing this big long all day dance down on the island, and I was trying to think of more tunes, because they wanted me to play a dance medley, which lasted for 40 minutes, straight playing one set of reels, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And my problem was not physical. My problem at the end of it was trying to think of another tune. Even though I had lots more, I just couldn't, trying to call up another one. You know what I mean? And I remember I started in on something and I got partway through it. And my friend Brian leaned over to me and says, "Are you composing now?"
Yeah, right.
Now, do this for me. Do this. See if you can read the first line. See if it makes sense when you read it.
Yeah.
Yes, try it. Give it a try.
That's
Very
it, right
good.
there.
You get the idea?
Yeah, and then it goes up a tone, and then it goes back down to the E.
Yes.
Huh. I mean,
Okay.
it's not hard once I play it.
Now try playing. The second line is very similar except for the last bar. So let me play it for you, and then you're going to play it. Try that for me.
Um, yeah, I'm reading it now, Dan. So
That's okay. That's okay. You're
yeah.
almost done.
I like the way
Okay.
that one answers that first phrase. It's beautiful.
I love it too.
It's like a question and an answer.
It really is. It's like two old fellas talking about the weather outside the supermarket on a Sunday morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this one is in a minor key. Anyway, so let's see now if we can get that kind of in your head. And let's do glanceable. So you can start by reading it, and then you're going to try to look away.
Yes. Okay.
Okay? Because I think you got the main core of it in your head. Okay, ready, go. How'd that feel?
Yeah. It's starting to come. Somehow this song is different from all the other songs we've been learning. I
It
don't know why.
is. It is. And it's because it's a slide. Do you see how it's in 12/8?
Yes.
So, and there's lots of tunes like that. And like I said, this is a very typical beginning tune. And it's got this kind of long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short kind of feel, right? With some triplets in there. So we haven't really done one like that.
Okay. So it does. I'm right on. It just I know it's in the 12/8 time, but I think we could still do it in 3/4 time almost. But
Well, 6/8, people often mistake it for a jig, and it's often written out in 6/8. It really doesn't matter, except that I'm sure you can tell the phrases are longer.
yeah, they are. You know what? That's probably why I'm
Probably what it is. They're two-bar
struggling here.
phrases. They look like one-bar phrases here, but they sound
Okay.
like two-bar phrases.
Isn't that? Yeah. Okay. And
And
they
in our music, it's usually two-bar phrases. Not always, but usually two-bar phrases. So if I took like the Made Behind the Bar, that's the first phrase. That was 2 bars. Second phrase, 2 bars. Then the first phrase again. And then the
Yeah.
second phrase slightly different. See that?
Yeah. I
Then
love
you
it.
get
I
some
like that.
tunes. Oh, I like that too. But then you get some tunes that are 5 or 6 phrases.
Oh,
And some of the really kind of newly composed Irish ones that will have like little, very short phrases in there and not much repetition and, you
yeah.
know, stuff you got to watch out for.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is great. This is a great lesson that,
Oh,
that I'm
good.
having
Okay,
today with you.
let's try this. Let's try this first part once more, and then I think that's going to be enough for your ear training, trying to learn a tune by ear. I think you've
Yeah.
done really, really well.
Well,
But when I'm
thank you.
thinking about the rest of the class, they'll probably get this far as well, and it's plenty. And we'll do the next part next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next week I'm not here, unfortunately.
Neither am I. Neither am I. I'm up at music camp.
Oh, lovely. I'm not at music camp.
Oh no, where are you going?
We're going to Virginia and
Oh,
just a
oh
road
right.
trip.
You're
Yeah.
gonna do the history buff stuff.
Right. Right. I'm very
Cool.
excited. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, let's see if we can play this. But let's do it 4 times all together. Yeah. Ready, go. One more. Last time. Ooh, that looked like it went well.
You know, Dana, just a little comment, and this might help other people. I think it's that the tune takes on a whole new sound and appreciation when I'm reading it. It doesn't sound as it should be sounding when when I was trying to figure it out by ear.
You're right.
That's important to know, and it's probably a lot to my benefit to have this kind of a lesson than all the other stuff that I'm learning. I mean, I'm learning the instrument and the way
Yeah.
it works and so on.
Still
But
work.
to learn the music, I think by ear is the only way to go.
It is. It really is. Because, well, as you know, when you learn something by ear, it's going to be there forever. You're always going to be able to pick up the fiddle and play it, right?
Yeah.
But for you, you could probably speed up the process just by singing some of these tunes. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, that's how I do most of my work. So, for instance, there's a pipe tune I'm learning right now, and the boys are coming over later. We're going to have a meeting about our record.
How much fun is that?
Yeah. And about our record and about moving forwards, we're almost done, right? But we have some music we're talking about, and there's this pipe music writer. His name was Gordon Duncan. He wrote beautiful music, beautiful. He's gone now. He was a brilliant piper who wrote some of the best tunes that all the pipers all over the world play. He was a bin man, so that's like a garbage man in Scotland, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and he was, pretty tortured guy, and unfortunately, he took his own life
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
long time ago. But anyway, so there's this tune called "Pressed for Time," and it is so damn hard to get in my head because the Highland pipes only have 9 notes, right? This is the Highland
I
pipes.
never knew that.
Yeah, this is as many notes as they can play, and this is the range. That's
Wow.
it. No
That's it.
accidentals besides that, nothing. Only those 9 notes. So you might think that that makes for very simple music, but it doesn't because their only option is rhythmic variation.
I see, for sure. Oh, that would drive it. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And so some of the tunes are 4 and 5 parts, and the last couple of parts are entirely syncopated, you know?
Oh,
And this tune here starts syncopated. It's so cool. But the intervals are a little bit weird, and it's taken me forever to get in my head. So the whole week I've been just singing it. I've been in my head and trying to be picky, right? Like
right,
because
right.
the tune goes like this. See what I mean? Lots of
Wow.
repeated notes. And so in my head, I'm trying to be picky. I'm singing it, but I'm thinking, did I get all those A's or did I skip one or make a long one? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. It sounds like it's all off beat as well. So,
That's what I mean. Syncopated. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, syncopated, sure.
It's
That
their
makes,
only choice, the poor guys.
oh my.
They
So
also
is
have no way
that
to
a
stop.
variety of, is that an A scale of some kind with an added ninth or something on
Yeah,
it?
it's a well, first of all, I should also explain that the big great Highland pipes sound in the key of B flat. Uh,
Oh, I
So
see.
they're a transposing instrument. So they read in A, but what comes out of their pipes is in the key of B flat.
Interesting. Okay.
So what I just showed you was the A version of their scale.
I see. Okay.
And so that would be an A major scale with a flat 7.
Okay.
And they have an extra note below. So they have that A, but they can play the G below the A as well. And it is
Oh,
also
okay.
natural.
Oh, interesting.
So they have the only choice they have is rhythmic. So they just kind of really go nuts on that sometimes, like because and they also can't play a rest. They have no way to stop their sound. Once they start, it's
Ah,
continuous going. It's not like the Uilleann pipes, the Irish pipes. They can stop their sound. They can put the chanter on the lap, and there's no sound coming out. And
right,
but
right.
with the Highland pipes, they can't stop. So they have to. Their music is just full strings of eighth notes with some quarter notes, and so it's challenging, you know, and it makes for crazy music.
And you're doing that right now. You're doing
I'm
this.
trying to get this tune right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
just press
perfect. I
press
better let
for
you
time.
go.
Okay.
I'm letting you
Anyway,
go. You're letting me go.
very good lesson, Astrid. Keep up the work. See if you can do it to
Thank-
the second part, and it's on my YouTube channel.
Excellent. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
no problem. Bye bye.
Bye bye.